Hi guys, welcome back to this video of NetEyes. In this video we're going to continue in adding our nodes to the database and doing some manipulations on that specific node. So previously we went through the build, so we're going to start there. At this time we got a client, we got a site, we don't have any nodes, we don't have a service. So just as we did with the CMDB nodes, we can use the CSV API to add that information to the database. So I'm going to grab my sheet over here and I'm going to copy this line and we're going to add that specific node to our database. Just a quick teaser, these are using service types which are part of the design. We will go into that later on in course 3, but if you just want to have a look already, you can of course. So we're going to add that information to this field. We're going to press next and we're going to see that we have a certain service type. We have found our node name, our vendor type and our management IP. We press execute and the service type is executed. Once we go back to the build, we will see that we now have in our site we have a new service R1 which is connected to node R1, which we can see on the node tab right here. We see the management IP address over here, and we see the type, or in this case the template that has been assigned is Cisco iOS. So what do we got? According to the design and the model that I've built already in here, it has, for example, a node position south v, the way it is connected or could be connected to its upstream neighbors. There's the management IP. It's part of a node class, a node type. All those things will be discussed later on in next course. We do have a management IP here. Of course, this one is important to be able to access the device. And if we go back, then we'll see that we have the service as well. And on that service, on the IPv4 part, we have our management subnet. And you can see it has a link to the management port as well. Okay, so for example, we wish to add information to it. So we go to a custom subnet and we give it a name. For example, this is the user subnet. We wish it to be VLAN 20. We will give it an IP address of /24. That's all fine. And we will assign it VLAN template VLAN, which I already created for you. Okay, we add that information. Don't forget to press that button, very important. We can also, well, let's do that later on. Let's first see that we've created it. It's right there. Now we can edit it. And then we can see that there are a few more fields available, but also that I have the ability to manipulate this information here as well. So I set the net IP gateway to this specific IP address, and I'm happy with the information that's here. We apply it. Okay. So here you see a difference, and the difference is the user subnet has been created, but as you can see the management as well, but the management port has an active interface. It is linked to an interface, as you can see here. The user isn't yet. We're gonna do that. So let's go into the node. We have some quick buttons here at the bottom, so we can go into ports. And let's say, okay, we're gonna define a few ports over here. So let's press new. We're gonna create a port and we're gonna create a user port. So it's off the type gigabit Ethernet. Again, I've created this template already in advance. But we can put the port description on here, user port. Of course, this will be the same description for all ports that I'm going to assign it to. If you wish to manipulate those per port, that's of course also possible afterwards. Okay, we don't have a slot yet, so best if we do that first. So let's choose, we have slot 0.0 or 0/0 that is. And you will see the port layout over here. You can see that on the wiki how that is specifically designed. It's not important at this point in time. So we now have a slot, perfect. Again, we select the user port on it. We say user port and we wish port 1 to 5 to be the user port. Okay, we press apply and we see that those ports have been created. Perfect. Now if we wish to have a look inside, we can say, okay, this is user port 1. If we wish to manipulate only this specific port, this is also the place if you want to change your template, you can do that as well here. As you can see, only the gigabit port type has been selected since this is a gigabit port. The same would apply for other types of ports, let's say 10 and 40 and 100 gig ports. You have the ability to change or add information here as well, which could be useful depending on what you wish to do. For example, if you wish to enable storm control on a certain percentage, you may want to add a digit here to be used later on in your port template. Okay, we save that. You see the description here is changed, all perfect, fine. Okay, now we got the subnet in there, we got the port in there, perfect. Now let's create or make the link between them, so we have the subnet linked to the ports or the port or multiple ports. So here we wish to select these ports. So for example, I wish to enable this one. I press new. Here I can select multiple ports by holding shift, and I wish to connect those to the user subnet. So we press apply, and that's been done. See, all ports are now linked to this specific subnet. And that is what we can see in this page as well. So this page is especially about linking a subnet to a port or vice versa, but also linking that port to an upstream device or any other device that you wish to connect to. Of course, we would need another device to be able to connect to it, but I'll save that one for a later video. That's it for now in this video, which I wanted to show you. In the next video we can see how we're going to use that information in templates or in the relation that we're going to go into and other things. Thank you for watching for now, and I'll see you in the next video.